Hi, welcome to my course about overcoming inferiority and having the unshakable confidence that you can apply in your day-to-day life.
There will always be times in our life when we have to suffer pain, disappointment, failure, and hardship. There will be times when we feel that life is unfair to us. We talk to ourselves, my friends are much more talented and happier than me. Why other people are so confident? And despite all that we have done, things do not turn out the way we want them to. I get that. I can tell you that I have been through many such situations in my life too, both in personal and professional life. Coming from a humble family background, from a small city in Indonesia, I didn't have access to the best education or network or capital. With all the sweat and battles, I finished my bachelor degree and got into a giant international company from the United States. Then I got a massive culture shock. I found that all my colleagues are very smart, smarter than me, and they graduated from prestigious universities in the US and Europe. My English was not that good back then, too. I feel inferior to them. Working in multinational company also means that you need to do a lot of presentations. I was very afraid of public speaking, and I remember my palms sweat and almost collapsed during my early presentation experience. But that was in the past. I eventually find the strength to get up from defeat and feeling inferior. In my professional career, I have worked in 7 countries, traveled to 5 continents. My friends and people who knew me well see me as a highly motivated, energetic, and people who live a rich life. Rich is not just material, but also peace of mind and live meaningfully. Now, looking back, it was these painful periods that made me stronger, more resilient, more grateful, and allowed me to reap the rewards that I enjoy today. So, if you're going through rough times in your life right now or in the future, remember that you are never alone. It is part of the journey towards realizing your dreams. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 important elements: the source of inferiority. I want to give you quick fix. 3 most effective techniques to overcome inferiority. And then the secrets of unshakable confidence. Let's get moving. Let's learn a little bit about the source of inferiority. An inferiority is a lack of self-worth, a doubt, an uncertainty about yourself, and feelings of not measuring up to standards. It's often subconscious. This self-doubt feeling is said to be rooted from the child's original experience of weakness, helplessness, and dependency. When I grew up as a kid, my father used to compare me with other guys. He said, "Look, that kid can swim well. That boy always ranked first in class. Hey, that kid got a scholarship." I didn't understand why he did that. Maybe he wanted to motivate me, but that hurts my feeling and made me feel always not good enough. A secondary inferiority relates to an adult experience of being unable to reach goals and success to compensate for the inferiority feeling. Luckily, I learned that inferiority can be cured and the techniques can be learned. Now I want to show you 3 powerful techniques to overcome the feeling of inferiority. Number one, stop comparing yourself to others. I have discovered there is an infinite number of categories upon which we can compare ourselves, and an almost infinite number of people to compare ourselves to. For example, people like to compare job title, income level, knowledge, house size to their heights. Once we begin down that road, we never find an end. And frankly, you have nothing to gain but much to lose. Think this way: if you are inferior than others, you will feel miserable. And if you are superior than others, they will feel miserable. There is one quote in the Bible that talks about this. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy and jealousy rots like cancer to the bones. So instead of comparing yourself and being overly competitive, develop the mindset of gratitude and have a happy heart. Techniques number two: you can conquer anything with your mind. What makes some people give up while others find the courage and keep fighting on? We like to think that some people are blessed with greater courage and inner strength. The truth is that the power of human spirit is already within all of us. To tap into it, you have to learn how to control your thoughts and emotions. When you learn to master your mind, you can get yourself to do almost anything. So, how can you control your mind? There are a lot of techniques. So, let me share with you some of the few effective techniques that I personally use.
First, direct your thought and focus. What do you talk to yourself all the time? Is it empowering thought or disempowering thought? Example of empowering thought is I'm strong, I'm talented, I'm a winner. Disempowering thought is I'm not clever, I'm not lucky, I don't have this and that. Remember, we talk to ourselves all the time, so be careful about your thoughts. There is a powerful quote by Buddha: all that we are is the result of what we have thought. If a man speak or act with negative thought, suffering follows him. If a man speak or act with a good thought, happiness follows him like a shadow that never leaves him. Second, how you feel and what you do about an event depends on the meaning that you give to it. For example, imagine that you have an appointment with your friends or significant others at 7 p.m. and they don't show up and they don't call. How would you feel? Well, it all depends on what you focus on and what their lateness means to you. You may think, they don't care, they don't respect me, I'm not important. You're angry about this. On the other hand, if you focus on the possibility that they could be held up by an emergency or could have been an accident, you will feel worried and compassion instead. Winners think of empowering meanings and losers think of meanings that disempower them. So when faced with a problem or setback, ask yourself the following questions. How can this be a blessing in disguise? How can this be turned into an opportunity? And no matter what others said and done, I'm a worthwhile person. Yes, you are a worthwhile person. Lastly, programming your mind for success. Remember, you cannot always control events and circumstances of your outer world. However, you can control the inner world of your thoughts, emotion, and action. So the next time you are faced with challenging events, consciously direct your thoughts on what to focus on and what meaning to give to the experience. Number 3. Have faith and peace with yourself. Faith is the confidence that we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. I know for those of you who are very logical, this may sound weird, but many successful people have experienced that psychology techniques alone cannot solve the deepest human problems. Psychology methods and tools are created by human, and human capabilities are limited. There's so much more that we don't understand and are still in the phase of exploration. When we have faith to whatever belief that you have, God, the universe, we will do our very, very best and let God do the rest. One of the best advices I've ever got in my early career is don't be afraid to be happy. Yes, you can take your job seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. Smile more, laugh more, sing more, and be kind to people. Dalai Lama said, if you want others to be happy, be compassionate. If you want to be happy, be compassionate.
Finally, when you can overcome the feeling of inferiority, have the confidence that is unshakable. Confident people believe in themselves and people will believe in them. They tend to be happier with positive mindset about themselves and how they react to the events and circumstances. How to be confident? It starts by having self-awareness about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, and by focusing and keep developing your strengths, you will have that competitive edge. You are unique and you should be the best version of yourself. But don't settle. Continue to grow your knowledge and develop your skills. Being independent and delivering results are great and give you that self-confidence. My younger brother Ronnie was not an academic person, but he likes to do business. He sharpened his networking skills, selling skills, and other stuff. Now he has a good business that he loves to run. This gave him a high dose of confidence that he could do something meaningful for his life and his family. And remember, no one can do everything. If there are people who underestimate other people, it shows their lack of maturity and lack of compassion. For example, if you ask me to speak in Mandarin, I don't think you will understand what I say. One last thing, have clarity about your purpose and vision. This is such an important topic which I will discuss in the next video. This is about understanding why you do what you do. If you understand clearly about your whys, you will not get distracted easily. So let's recap the lesson on how you can overcome the feeling of inferiority. Number 1, stop comparing yourself to others. Number 2, reprogramming your mind with positive and empowering thoughts. When negative thoughts come, cancel it and delete it. Number 3, have faith and make peace with yourself. And finally, build the unshakable confidence. Nobody will determine your future because you take full accountability.
Thank you for watching the video, and if you want to learn more, visit my website at firstclasscareer.com.